He looks familiar, doesn't he?
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for yet another tutorial video. On today's video we're going to explain the third category, as you can see right here, the bed and the bucket and the torch category, which is a very long category. So I've separated this video into two parts so you can watch both of them whenever you want it, and it's also as short as possible as I could make it. So I hope you enjoy it, and without any further ado, let's just start into the video.
So the first item in the category is the stick. The stick is mostly used for crafting your tools like the swords or the pickaxes and stuff like that, or you can craft other materials like the ladders. It's kind of mostly related to crafting things. So the next item in the inventory list is the beds. So the beds have a purpose that you can set your respawn point, so whenever you die you will respawn at your bed. So if you say you want to respawn at your house, if you ever happen to die, you will put a bed down and then you can set your respawn. As you can see, it's as a respawn point set. You can also skip nights. However, keep in mind that if you're on a multiplayer world and there are more than one player on the server or the world, they all have to sleep so that you can pass the night. Otherwise, if you just sleep, the night will not pass. The next items are the normal torches and the blue torches or the soul torches. So if you put down a torch, as you can see, it has like an influence area of its light source. The only thing that you need to know is that when you put down a torch, it will prevent any mobs from spawning. The light level that the mobs need to spawn is 0. So whenever you put a torch down, you can see up until to like 15 blocks to each side, it has like an influence area of light. And in these areas the mobs cannot spawn, so this is a way of preventing any kind of mobs spawning in your area. The blue torch, the thing about it is that it's just the same as the normal torch and the normal lantern, although you will need a soil which is foundable in the nether, in the soul sand valleys. Then you can craft the same recipe that is for the torch. All you need to do is just add the soul soil to it so that you can get the blue torch. The next item is the sea pickle. So as you can see, the sea pickle gives out a light source under the water. So if you put it outside the water, you see there's not like the little white thingy coming out of the sea pickles, but if you put it in the water, you can see that it gives light source, and it those like little white thingies comes out of the little pickles. They also go in the teams of 4, so you can put like 1 to 3, however you want it, however you like it to be. The next item is the candle. So the candle comes in variant colors. You can color them however you like. The crafting recipe is a string and a honeycomb. And the cool thing about them is that they have the same mechanic as the sea pickles. They go in teams of 4. Or just 1 to 4, and you can light them using a flint and steel or a fire charge. You can also put the candles on top of a cake if it's your friend's birthday, so you can celebrate their birthday by setting them something like this. The next item in the category is the crafting table. The crafting table gives you a 3x3 grid, so you can have a more variety of crafting recipes, so you can craft more stuffs. As you know that if you just click on your inventory, you see you have a 2x2 grid, but if you click on a crafting table, you will see that you have a 3x3, which gives you a more variety of crafting recipes. The next block is the cartography table. So the cartography table is used for making maps. So you can make a map by using this, so you don't need to waste like 6 papers to just make a map. And the thing about it is that you can also enlarge maps. So you say that this map is too small, so you just click on it, you put the same map that you have made, the map its location, and then you put the normal paper next to it, and you see it says zoom out and clear. You can also name your maps to whatever you like it to be. So I'm just gonna call this one book, I guess. And as you can see, it got bigger, so every time you put it, the level goes up. It says level 1 out of 4. The more you put it, it goes up. So level 2 and level 3, and the highest, which is the level 4. After level 4, you can't increase it anymore. And this is the largest amount that you can get. As you can see, it's very small. The same goes for the empty locator map, which is this one. So say if I make an empty locator map and I want to increase this, you just put it in there, and now you have a bigger locator map. There you go, that's the usage of cartography table. So the next block in the game is the fletching table. So the fletching table doesn't really have any purpose. You can't really, like, if you click on it, nothing will happen, but it is a working station for villagers, so you can get arrows by buying arrows from the villagers. The next block in the category is the smithing table. So the smithing table is used to turn any type of diamond, gear, or tool into netherite. So you put the gear or the tool inside this area, and then you can put the netherite ingot in this like an ingot shaped thing, and then you can get your netherite armor or whatever you want it to be. The next block is the beehive. So the beehive has the same purpose as the bee nest, but it's a craftable thing. So you can't really craft a bee nest, but you can craft a beehive. So if you want to make more like honeys, you want to harvest more honey, you can make beehives to get yourself more bees, and every beehive has a maximum of 3 bees inside of it. The next block in the game is the campfire. It doesn't really matter which one, the soul or the normal campfire. So the campfire gives out a smoke signal, as you can see, and you can also put a hay bale below it, so you can make the smoke go longer in the sky. So if you want to make like signs to your friends or whatever, you can also put them beneath the bee nest or the beehive that I just said, to prevent the bees from getting angry from you when you are harvesting the honey inside their inside the bee nest or the beehive. You can also put out the campfire using a shovel, any type of shovel like this, so the fire goes out, and whenever you want to just turn it back on, use the flint steel to light it on. The next blocks are the furnaces. So the normal furnace, which is the most used one, can smelt any smeltable item in the game. The next one, the blast furnace, can smelt only ores into the ingots, like the raw iron, raw gold, or the raw copper, into the copper ingot, iron ingot, and the gold ingot. And it has double the speed of the normal furnace. The smoker can only smelt food like the raw chicken, where is it? There. Raw chicken, raw pork chop, raw beef, and whatever the type of food that you can put in a smelter to cook, it can be put in the smoker, and it also has double the speed of a normal furnace that it can smelt or cook your food. The next block in the game is the respawn anchor. So the respawn anchor is something like this. So you can charge up the respawn anchor using glowstones. However, don't do this in the overworld, because the respawn anchor has the same mechanic as a bed, but it doesn't really pass the night in the nether because there's no time in the nether. But you can respawn using a respawn anchor in the nether if you want to respawn in the nether. However, if you put a bed down in the nether, it will explode immediately. So the way that respawn anchor works is that you can charge up the respawn anchor using glowstones. As you can see, when you charge it 4 times, the quarter of each time like fills up, and then when you click on it, it says respawn point set. So now you can respawn in the nether, and it also has a very cool shape for your bases because it has like an animation on the bottom of it. So the next item is the brewing stand. The brewing stand is used for making potions. However, I do not want to like say all the potions or how you make them, because that is going to be in another video. So the only thing you need to know about it is that it's used for making potions. The next item is the anvil. So the anvil is mostly used for naming any item you have in the game. So if you want to like even name these anvils, you can just do it. So you can name any type of tool you have. And you can also combine enchantments or your tools enchant or whatever you wanted. But another thing about the anvils is that they depend on gravity. So if I just drop an anvil on this poor skeleton zombie, he'll just die. So the next item is the grindstone. So the grindstone is a very unique item in the game, as you can use it for decorations, as you can see in any type that you want it. However, the main purpose of the grindstone is to repair and disenchant, as it says. So say if you have like a broken sword or 2 broken axes, 2 broken pickaxes, anything, but you want to repair them, you can put them inside here and you can then repair them. Or any type of enchanted tool or gear you want to disenchant them, you just put them in there, and you can get some of the XP back as well when you disenchant any type of enchantment on a tool. The next block is the enchantment table. So the enchantment table and the bookshelves are kind of related. That's why I put them like a 3 category. So the enchantment table is mostly used for enchanting your items. When you click on it, you see there's like a little rock thingy down there. That is your lapis lazuli that you can just mine or in the caves. And you also have to be aware that if you put bookshelves around an enchantment table, you will increase the level of the enchantment table, so you can get higher enchantments like sharpness 5, efficiency 5, or anything like that. But if these bookshelves didn't existed, you won't get the same amount of levels as you get when these are around. You can put them in this shape or just all the way around the table, or the most used one is this shape. The next block is the lectern. So the lectern is used for putting down your books on it, and if you want to read it, you just click on it. So as you can see, I've written something in this book, and if I just pick it up, I can just put it back on as so.
Now that you've made it to this part of the video, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I just wanted to remind you to please consider subscribing if you're finding these tutorials useful. Also, let me down in the comment section what you want me to explain, maybe like more tutorial videos, whatever you want. Ask them in the comment section below, and don't forget to like as well.
So the next block is the cauldron. So the cauldron can be filled up with any type of liquid, like the normal water or the lava or the powdered snow. So if you're wondering what these two are, this one is the dyed water. So you can dye the water inside the cauldron, and this is bedrock only. You can't do this into Java, and you can put any type of color you want, like you want it white, you want it red, whatever color you want. This is also how you can dye your leather armors if you're wondering. So now I have a red leather, as you can see in the corner. And if you want to wash it off, just click on the normal water, and as you can see, it clears it off the color. Same goes for the shulker boxes. So if you have a shulker box that you didn't want it to color itself, so you just click on the normal water and it also washes it off. Same goes for the banners as well. So if you're wondering what this one is, this is the potions. So you can put potions also in the cauldron. You can't farm it though. And whenever you do this, you can get tipped arrows as I'm going to explain the potions video as well. So you don't need to get lingering potions to make tipped arrows. All you need to do is just click on these cauldron, and you can get all 64 tipped arrows that you have put in any type of potions you're in that cauldron. So the next block is the composter. So the composter is used for the composting any type of crops or any type of greenery into bone meal. So as you can see, if I put moss blocks in there or normal seeds, of course normal seeds will take longer because they're like less compostable, I guess. But as you can see, you get more bone meals as you put more greenery in them. So the next blocks are the normal chest, the trap chest, and the ender chest. So the normal chest comes like this, and it can also be larger like so. If you put a chest right next to it in the same direction that like the front of the desk is going, if you put it in any other direction, it's not going to be connected like so. So if you just put it like this, it's not going to be connected. Like this, it's not going to be connected. The same head has to be the same direction as the first one. And the trap chest, well, if you clearly see, there's like a reddish color around its opening, and if you look at the normal chest, you see there's like a normal brownish color around it. That is because this red thing around the opening of the chest is the redstone. So a trap chest can give one signal of a redstone strength whenever it's open. So if I open this chest, you see the piston gets extended because it gives out one redstone signal. The next one is the ender chest. The ender chest is like an invisible pocket that you have everywhere. So like wherever you go, whatever you store inside of it, no other players can access it. Also, you can access it wherever you go, whenever you place down an ender chest. So if I put down like my flint and steel in there, if I go like miles away or like thousands of blocks away, you can see I can still get my flint and steel. The next one is the barrel. So the barrel has the same amount of storage as a normal chest. It's also a very unique block for decorating. The next box are the shulker boxes. So the shulker boxes are like a backpack that you can carry wherever you go. So if you put anything in them and you pick them up, you can just go wherever you want, and when you want to just pick the things you've left in them, you just place it down, and as you can see, you have what you've stored inside the shulker box. And you can't also put a shulker box inside of a shulker box, so don't think you're smart if you do that. The next item in the game is the armor stand. So the armor stand, you can put your armor inside of it and also an item in it. So as you can see, I've put in a spyglass in its hand, and it's also posing, as you can see. So I think this is a Bedrock thing. I don't think it's a Java thing yet. So whenever you crouch down, it says, instead of saying equip, as you can see, it says pose, but in PC and PlayStation, I don't think that button appears, and this is obviously Pocket Edition. So, and whenever you hit the pose option or just click on it, you can see that it changes its pose however it wants it. And the way that I like it to be is the A.B.W.L version. So the next block in the game is the note block. Every note block has 16 notes that you can play, and if you just hit it, you can make it go pitcher, and it comes back all the way. And these are all the blocks that I've found by myself that make different sounds, so let's hear them all. This is the stone, this is the gold, this is the emerald block, the gold block as well, this is the wool, this is the dirt, the sand, the soul sand, the sea lantern, the hay bale, the iron block, bone block, honeycomb block, packed ice block, and pumpkin. These are all the sounds that you can make with these different blocks beneath them, and you must be aware that if you put a block on top of them, they will not make any sounds anymore. The next block is the jukebox. So the jukebox is used to play any type of these discs, as you can see. However, all of these except these two last ones, which are the pick step and the other side, and also the newly added disc 5 by Samuel Eberg, cannot be obtained by just normal method, which if you make a skeleton kill a creeper by shooting it, they will randomly drop one of these 12 discs. However, these last 3, which are the pick step, the other side, and the 5 that I just showed you, can be earned in their own place. The other side is obtainable in strongholds, ancient cities, like deep dark cities, and dungeons. And the same goes for disc 5. However, disc 5 is only obtainable through crafting it by finding the disc fragments in the deep dark cities or the ancient cities. The pick step is only available in the bastion remnants in the nether. So all you need to do is to just put the disc inside of a jukebox, and then it will instantly start playing the music. The next item and the block is the glowstone dust and the glowstone. So the glowstone dust has a usage in the potions. However, the glowstone is mostly used for its light source, or the thing that I showed you earlier, which was for the respawn anchor. They are obtainable in the nether. The next block is the redstone lamp. So the redstone lamp, it can be turned on using any redstone activator, like a lever or a button or a pressure plate. The next block is the sea lantern. So the sea lantern is a craftable thing, and it also has the same effect as the normal glowstone and the redstone lamp. However, it has another shape, so it makes it unique. The next item is the signs. So they come in variants of its wood types, and whenever you put one down, you can write 4 lines of whatever you'd like it to be. Like if I just spam M over and over and over and over, let me fill this up. Yeah, as you can see behind my keyboard, you can barely see that there's like 4 lines that you can write whatever you want, and there's like a maximum of amount of letters that you can put inside of it. You can also dye your signs using any type of dye. As you can see, you can also make them glow using a glow ink sac. As you can see, it makes them glow. Also signs can stop water and lava from flowing any further. As you can see, this water and this lava are not flowing any further because there's a sign in front of it. The next item is the painting. So the painting comes in variant size and variant pictures. In the 1x1 you can get a lot of pictures. I haven't included them all because I was lazy, I guess, but I've included the sizes. So as you can see, there's a 1x1, there's a 2x1, there's a 1x2, 2x2, 4x3, and 4x4. This is the biggest one, and after this you will get the same amount of paintings as the 4x4, I guess, if you go any bigger. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was like the section A of the third category, so I hope you enjoyed this first section of the video, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below as well what other tutorial videos want me to do, separated from the ones that I've already mentioned. And I hope you'll have a great day, and goodbye.